Megan woke up early this morning and I fed her, and I'm just sitting here reading a little bit in my Victorian book. It's poems, Christian poems, and it's such a pretty book. I love to read from vintage books and wonder who held them before I did. I like reading by candlelight in the mornings because it's not so bright, and it helps me wake up gently, and it helps me romanticize a little bit of my day to start out with, and just imagining that I'm in a little cottage, or I'm in a Victorian home, just surrounded by my candlelight. And it helps me wake up a little bit easier, and helps my day start out a little bit easier as well. While little Megan's just sitting here going back to sleep, I figured that's what I'd do. And since you came in, I wanted to say hello, and how I've been thinking about you always. I'm so glad you're a part of my life, and I appreciate you for sharing my visits and giving me the support that you do. It helps me through things that I need to go through as well. So here in a few minutes, after I've woken up a little bit more, we're going to get ready for the day. And today, I'm going to go with my youngest daughter. I told you about how she had the thyroid removed. Well, she did. She had it removed. She's doing well. And thank you for your prayers. I appreciate that very much, because I'm always going to need prayers. I think all of us do. But she's doing well. She's a little stiff. It's hard to move her head. You know, I had the surgery too when I was in my 20s, and I can remember what it was like. That stiff feeling lasted for months and months, it seems like. So I'm going to read here a little bit longer, and then I'll meet you in the nursery here in just a few minutes. Here we are. We are going to all start getting ready for our day here in just a little bit. And some of the babies are starting to move around and wake up. And the light's on now, and my eyes are open and nice and awake. It's so much nicer to wake up easily and gently like that if we can. I know sometimes we have to wake up really quick and that light has to come on, and sometimes that just kind of makes me feel crowded. Does that make sense? I don't know how to explain it, but the gentle light is so much better for me. So I'm going to start getting some things out for these babies. Everybody's got to get a change. Get some diapers and some little caps and their little day clothes. I've got some girls and some boys. A little dress. So we've got to remember to take moments at our time, right? That's what's so hard to do sometimes. Sometimes we get in the habit of trying to think, oh, I've got this to do, I've got that to do, I gotta do this. Or maybe it's a day where you're not feeling so well and you think, oh my gosh, today is such a horrible day. And it's hard not to feel that way when it is a horrible day, when it's something that you're going through that's taking more energy out of your day. Well, when I get things like that, that's when I stop and say, hey, okay, it's time to remember to romanticize my day. So I kind of think of something that will make me smile, will make me happy, and just imagine things into my situation, if that makes sense. And that might sound like a childish thing to do, but sometimes that's a good thing to do. You know, a lot of people are discovering how to romanticize their day. So we got these, and we got those already for those babies. So I'll get sweet Ophelia, and we'll get her all ready for her day as well. And I'm not sure who goes with me today. You know, I take a different baby each time I go out. But what's really been a bummer lately is I can't hold my babies for very long here lately because of this shoulder. And they've got me on the medication. You know, we talked about it the last time. And I go Friday to talk to them about an MRI to see if it needs an operation since the pain is lasting so long. But I just am so used to being able to hold my babies all day long, and since this has happened, I can't, because even though I hold the weight of them in my left arm, you know, this right arm is still, it's still there. I mean, it's still having to hold something, and I'd rather my babies be around 7 or 8 pounds, because to me that makes them feel more realistic. So I don't want to change their weight. I'm just going to hold them as I can and have this MRI and see if a operation is necessary or what they want to do, because I don't think it's good to stay on the pain medication for the rest of my life. I don't think. I guess maybe people do, so maybe it's okay, but I'm just going to wait and see what they say. So I'm going to take her over here and get her ready. So Ophelia is down. She's changed now, so she's back to sleep. So it's Megan's turn to have her bottle. It's such a joy to feed and rock these babies. It just gives me a little peace and helps me relax a wee little bit. So after I finish Megan, then I'm going to get myself ready and have some coffee and something for breakfast, and then I'll get dressed and I'll head over to my daughter's house. I'm just so grateful that she pulled through that operation so well. And as far as the cancer goes, they think that it's possible she didn't have any. So isn't that a blessing? I am so glad that they sent it in for a test just to be on the safe side, but the doctor said he really felt for sure that she didn't have any after all. But the thyroid still needed to come out because of the precancer, you know, the nodule and all of that. So they took the whole thing out so it wouldn't turn into full-blown cancer. So I'm glad she had a good doctor that did that. So these days are just spinning my head here lately. But we're going to get through all of them, and you're going to get through yours, and we're just going to be here for each other and support each other. And that's what friends do, right? And we become like family. I know, it's just so easy it's easy for me to get attached to people. And I've definitely gotten attached to you. So I'm glad you come by to visit when you do. She's a hungry baby. All the babies wake up hungry. So what's the thing that you like to do most with your little baby? A lot of people are afraid of going out with their babies, and I can understand that. But I just needed to. Oh, there went my hat. I just needed to so badly to take mine out, because I needed to have a baby to carry around with me again. Yeah, I like to have a hat on my head for warmth, and I guess it was just extra slick this morning, but that's okay. It just feels nice, like I was saying, it just feels nice to have a baby to walk through the store with, and people don't usually approach, but if they do and they ask something, I just tell them the story of the baby and how they help, and people are astonished and supportive. You know, they're astonished that the baby can look so real and feel so real. And when I hold my babies, my warmth goes into their makes them warm. And so if I let somebody hold one of my babies and oh, that baby's so warm. And by that time, the baby is. There we go. So how have you been doing with things that you're going through? I hope things have been okay and that you're getting through things that you're going through well, and applying maybe some of the ideas that we talk about, and maybe that helps. Hopefully it helps. So since she's finished, I guess I'll go ahead and let you go. I'm just glad you stopped by this morning and visited a minute and had a little bit a part of my morning routine. So I guess we'll talk to you soon, and it's good to see you. Love you. Bye-bye.